I guess it's just us two. I don't know. Been having problems with Zoom. So yeah, kind of all mangled. But what's going on, Dominic? Holly? Guess I got a few people showing up. Yeah, I don't know. Apologize for the delay. I was in the Zoom room earlier, then I got kicked out, then I've been trying to log back in, and all kind of other bullshit's happening, and then everyone's hitting me up on Facebook with all the other bullshit that's happening there. You know, the live and the new program and the this and the that and everything else. But anyways, wanted to just hop on. Yeah, won't be long today.
That's cool.
Just if, you know.
You said Zoom and my brain registered live, so I was waiting for a live to pop up.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still getting used to Zoom. I like the webinar jams. They were better. You know, they reminded people and sent out all kind of extra bullshit and stuff like that. Where the Zooms, people forget about them, and then I forget to send out reminders and, you know, whatever. Anyways, enough of your damn fucking excuses, Rob. Just start passing some shit, yeah? Will you? Anyways, appreciate you. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people we got total. I'll do a better job of getting the word out next time. What's going on, Holly? If you have questions, go ahead and ask. But the only thing, you know, most folks on here know what happened with my paying ads, and folks are kind of recovering and reeling from that.
Yeah. Again.
You know, I go back and forth if I want to keep teaching the same strategy, just replacing my paying ads with either FutureNet or the ads team, but it's the same shit at the end of the day. And you know, it's like if you keep telling people to do the same things, but the same shit keeps happening over and over again, you know, maybe it's time to either adjust the strategy, teach something different, or something else. So, you know, that's kind of like my own internal conflict, and that's why I haven't really been doing a whole lot of Zooms, a whole lot of Hangouts, because I just see it's just the same bullshit. You know, I teach people to, you know, build the ad pack game to get to a certain amount, withdraw money. But before they get to that point, the program crashes. So it's like, how many times do I want to keep saying that same shit? You know, I told people that with traffic monsoon, people would get to a certain amount. Traffic monsoon got shut down. Okay, we'll start with my paying ads. Same shit. People will get to a certain amount, then my paying ads shit the bed. And I just don't want to keep going to the next one and to the next one and to the next one. But that's my own internal conflict, if that's making sense to anybody on here right now.
I'm right there with you. You know, I've gotten, this is what, 4th or 5th one that's crapped on me. You know, do I keep doing it?
Yeah. So,
and then you got how do you know, for people on low budgets, what would you do or use to replace it for like more of an instant cash, you know, method to do that? Because if used correctly, those rev shares are damn nice to people just starting up, you know, to just get them just that little bit to help get, like you said, the little bit of advertising, you know, money that you need to have constantly in order to gain any traction.
Right.
You know,
the whole idea, and same thing with the instant cash strategy. It's like people can be afraid to start or to like, for example, if people are working a job or something, I come across a lot of people say, oh, I'm just broke, I don't have the money, which means they just really don't believe in the whole process. So it's, those folks are afraid to spend money on advertising, and then the amount of you let's just face it, you need a lot of money or steady amount of money to make any one of these things work, and that's really it. And I tell folks, if I was working at Walmart or some shit, I would take my paycheck every 2 weeks, and I would take a little bit and I'd buy traffic, and I'd just focus on one program for as long as I could. The problem is people are afraid to do that. When you do start sponsoring people, they'll kind of, go off and join different things. And, and I go off and join different things, all the time. But telling folks in the beginning, you got to pick one thing. And, I am leaning back towards that instant cash strategy. I found an instant Bitcoin strategy, which is basically a knockoff of Easy One Up. If any one of you on my email list, you've probably been pelted with all kind of shit, because I've just been sending out all kind of shit for the past couple of days, just kind of seeing what people respond to. And that's really it. As marketers, that's what we do. So we build an email list, and then to that email list, we email different shit to. So the thing is, if you have an instant cash program, you pay once, you're forever qualified. Why not just promote the hell out of that until you start getting some, until you learn the skills necessary to generate a daily sale, which is really what it is. The problem with that, number one, people won't focus on that one thing long enough, or number two, they just don't want to go through the amount of either free or paid traffic strategies long enough to get to that point. Now, in my case, I run stuff silently because, I may not talk about it or on social media or be very active about it. I'm still running traffic. Like, for example, I got Easy One Up Vertex lead system. And what I use is my the ads team revenue. I'm withdrawing like $200-300 a week there. And I'll take that and I'll run that through MLM leads every single week. I don't necessarily need to post screenshots that are making sales. But what I found is, unless a big leader is doing something like that, people just won't, is this program even working anymore? Just because I'm not actively talking about it. So my thinking was, maybe I'll go back and revamp that one of the Facebook groups just to tell people, look, this is what I'm doing. The same shit that I'm telling folks to do is the stuff that I'm still doing, just because I'm not openly yakking about it all over the place. And also, if you have any questions, whatever, just feel free to chime in, because this is more like I'm just kind of getting shit off my chest here. And, it's when you made it, like in my case, some people would consider me having made it. I don't consider myself having made it, but I'm doing okay. The most frustrating thing is trying to get other people, not necessarily to know what you know, but to just kind of understand what it takes to get there as well. Yeah. And so it's like, well, how do I communicate that to people to get folks to realize different shit that they got to do? Some people, Rob, I don't want to be on Facebook and I don't want to spend money on traffic. So you tell me how we can make this work. And it's just like, every day I have people coming to me requesting that I change what to do or how to do it. And it's like, I can't tell you any other way, because the same shit I'm telling you is how I made it. Yeah. Other people have made it other ways. Some people have the gift of gab. Some people like doing belly to belly. Some people love home meetings. I'm not that guy. I'm moody. I'm antisocial. You know what I'm saying? So I have my own issues. So, but the way I made it is what I'm sharing with folks. But, one of the issues is relying on that revenue sharing to make it happen. So I don't know. Holly, you got any questions? Scott, you got any questions? If I'm pronouncing your name, I see Kissy Love as the name. For some reason, I don't believe that's your real name, but if you have any questions, ask some questions or whatever. But or Dominic, you got questions? I'll put you on the spot because you're the only one talking back to me. But
hey,
what is your frustration? What's that?
I said, throw me under the bus. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So no, what's from your side? You seeing, my marketing, everyone else marketing.
Oh yeah, I'm on.
What's your?
No, and part of my thing is I'm trying to pull back the reins on some of the shiny ball shit because I'm like in everything you are, save for the new two Bitcoin things. But I'm getting more streamlined to get rid of the monthly payments because my paycheck hurts. I keep getting kicked in the nuts from the rev shares. I'm in that group, since Traffic Monsoon. Every time I get up to about that $30-$40 a week thing, there it goes, to where I can just start buying some decent traffic. And the ads team, hey, I'm up to about $10, no quotes there, people, $10 a day. So, I can started using the BTC clicks, to start running some stuff because, hey, for $10 you can get 10,000 clicks, roughly, thereabouts.
Yeah.
I got the leased ad space I'm trying to build up. I'm part of the global money line thing. Anything that's, I'm just the free stuff with the one-time payment things that can get me some traffic. Safe lists. I just found some new thing that's popping up on ListJoe. The ListJoe Nazis are heavily advertising some newspapers alive thing where it's like a newspaper co-op, sort of like a Traffic Token was set up. $60 a month for one package, and they guarantee you 200 to 250 visitors a day. Hey, it's something to just slow feed to a funnel or something. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I'm personally having to deal with the low end traffic right now because that's all I can fund. Otherwise, it's, hey, MLM twice a month, 80 leads. Okay, sit there, twiddle my thumbs. And then it's either spamming Facebook groups, trying to work like a back page, Craigslist, and just, stuff where if you don't know how to work that system, and it's not for the lack of trying. My hot part is I can build a list. I can put the shit out there. I can build a funnel. Now it's the conversions, getting the interest and the email side of the house, just how do I always have the mental block when I sit down to write. How do you write the emails? What do you say? How do you, trying to convert, that's my biggest thing.
I gotcha. Do you get email? I'm sure you probably get emails from me and Frank and all those other guys.
Oh yeah.
The biggest things with the emails is really just telling your story and just connecting with your leads.
And I'm learning about that. It's one of those things that I've never been a writer. 41 years on this planet, and just describe how you put a light bulb in a socket. And I will just go blank. There are those of us like that out there, and that's one of the things I'm trying to read stuff on copywriting. I'm looking into tools that help you with some of that stuff. So at least here's a tool that will give you something to start with, and then you can modify it from there type of thing, because I've tried the copy paste thing. Nobody's like you. You've said that. Everybody's said that. You got the gurus out there that say, oh, just copy paste my shit. No big deal, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that's great up until they start talking about their family or the vacation they just took. And then I don't know how to modify that. I don't have a kid. I didn't go to his graduation or his choir practice or whatever, It's my mom's 83rd birthday. Can't pull that one off because my mom's, passed away for a long time. So, it's these are some things that, people don't understand when it comes to that thing. You can't just copy and paste everything.
Right.
You and I are so much alike in our, the way we, our personalities, that's why, it's like, oh yeah, I'd say just that, blah, blah, blah. But there are some people, patting themselves on the back all the time. I'm not Mr. Hypey Hype. So when you try to copy and paste that
It doesn't sound like you, and it's not going to have the same results.
Totally fake. And people sniff that stuff out. Boom. You know, you might put out 5 of those like that, but the moment you try to write your own, you crash and burn, and you've lost any kind of credibility you might have started building. So,
I get it. Yeah, as you're talking, I'm just kind of jotting notes down and stuff like that, trying to figure out something. If anyone else has anything, I see Holly kind of chatting in with different things, not saying things.
These 2 new crypto things. You know, nowadays, I mean, you're seeing it all over everywhere. Everybody's hyping the Bitcoin thing right now. The Bitcoin train. You know?
At the end of the day, it's all the same thing. What happens is, like I said, I've been through my fair share of new balls, and I've joined a couple of new things recently. But what I wanted folks to get with the new layout of the Complete Freedom Funnel was, again, doing the rev share thing, and it's like I'm starting to get even more reserved about teaching that. That's why I kind of backed off a little bit, because with Traffic Monsoon, I was out there, videos, blogs, everything. Then once Traffic Monsoon went down, I kind of hesitated a little bit. Then I started blogging and coming out there with my paying ads, and then that happened. So it's just like, how many times do I want to say the same shit to have the same shit happen? Even though Future Net or Future Ad Pros, it's about 2 years now?
Something like that, I think.
Yeah. The ads team is like just under a year. So it's at the beginning of its little life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And the only other place I can go is, and see, there's always circles, because I say, well, in the Power Lead system, you can go through that Max Steingart training. If folks are familiar, you go through the Max Steingart training, but what he teaches is social media and the gift of gab. Go back, well, what if the guy's working 12, 16 hours a day, or, 4 10s or whatever, 4 12, whatever your schedule is. You don't have time to sit there and gab all day on Facebook. So I go back to the paid traffic route. And then it's like, if the guy's already hurting for traffic. So, what I started doing is I'm actually going back to Solo Checker, which is where I started. That's basically where I started. I $17, I got my first solo ad for, I think it was 25 or 50 clicks. No, actually it was $17 for 50 clicks. And like one day I woke up, I had like 20 leads, and that was just like a big light bulb for me. So one thing I was looking at is just like, well, what is a copy and paste deal easier than granted, I love Power Lead system, but it can be a little bulky
clunky.
Clunky. So, I was looking for something. The only other thing I can come up with is, something like Easy One Up, or the little crypto Bitcoin knockoff, something that's a one-time shot. And then if you could take $17 a week and run it through Solo Checker, and what I've been doing is 2 days ago, I sent like 30 messages to Solo Checker vendors to make sure that they're still active. Because the problem is, you go on there, you'll see a guy, but he hasn't sold a solo ad since 2007.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to send my money out there and to not have the guy come back. So what I'm doing is going through, just kind of staring up the nest and seeing who's still active there. So I got about 4 or 5 people who emailed me back. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because, number one, I want to get away from the rev share, teaching people that, but that's what happened with me. The model is powerful.
It is.
When it works, managed right, I mean, it's powerful, and it's addicting. When you're getting, buying 4 or 5 ads, whatever, it's just addicting. We all know how addicting that is. We all been there, and if it's managed right.
Especially when you can see the math working in front of you. When
Yes.
the math makes sense and the math works on the front side where everybody's seeing it, it's a good thing. It's the bozos on the back side, like MPA. Hey, what are you doing with that shit?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that happened. I was just reading a comment. So suppose we have to learn to see the signs with the rev shares and accept the risk. If you have done the due diligence when you join, yeah.
The only thing the only thing I can say to that, Holly, is there's no guarantees in anything. You're going into a business. You best be ready to lose whatever money you're investing, and never investing the big nasty I word.
Yeah, we get it.
But be ready to lose whatever money you're putting in, and never put in more than you can afford to lose. Don't put up so much money that it's going to cost you not to be able to pay your mortgage or your rent or shit like that. You know, keep your bills and shit paid first if you're working a job like I am. And then whatever you can scrape up after the fact, use that to do everything else.
Right.
So,
yeah, I think we lost someone, so now
Kissy
it's
face.
just down to 4. I guess Kissy Love left. I don't know who Kissy Love is, but that's a weird name. Anyways, don't tell her I said that. If you know who Kissy Love is, I don't. But my thing is something. Okay, I know I joined a whole bunch of shit recently. And, you know, I tell folks, look, if you have income and you can run paid traffic, you can join whatever you want and just kind of keep shit running to keep your income coming in. Because at the end of the day, you know, I got to look out for myself and family and things like that. And I got a lot of money going out. So
that's exactly the point.
You know, I mean, we're all in the same boat, and it's just finding something that will last long enough that will give us a chance. So the best thing I can think of is something like, you know, and just go down names. Either if you're in any one of these programs, or if, you know, you're looking at them, Exodus Elite. Well, actually, no, Exodus Elite, you have to pay I think they changed it. You have to pay you pay once a year, pay every 3 months now, I think.
Somewhat like that.
Fee.
But
so I think they changed.
And it's a hefty fee just to get into the program.
Yeah.
Most people can't, you know, starting out can't just drop down $1,000 or whatever.
Well, they have a $100 level too, but the thing I think with that is they have a $100 level, but then you have $89 every 3 months. So scratch that. The reason I like Easy 1-Up is because it had the different price points, and it's a one-time shot and you're forever in. So worst case scenario, you could just still be the one out there just hammering it, you know, buying the cheapo VPC clicks or Solo Checker. Because I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to start hammering Solo Checker. And I'm going to, you know, just the reason, not because I want to buy up all the traffic, well, I do want to buy traffic, but I want to have something easier, because with MLM leads, here's the pros and cons, and this is the shit I think about all the time. MLM leads, top tier traffic, you know, they're not going to be speaking, no offense, they're going to speak English. I'm going to just say that. They're going to speak English, and they're going to be in a first world country and have the ability to join, usually. The problem is you don't get that many clicks. So when you go to Solo Checker, it's like anywhere from 30 to 47 cents. 47 cents a click was the highest I saw. So, you know, 30 cents a click for 100 clicks, that's $30. So, I mean, it's just like,
it's a better deal.
You can kind of, yeah. But some of those leads may come from Philippines, China, Thailand. Those BTC clicks. You know,
yeah.
I bought that, and I get like 50% of the traffic's from Russia. I mean, no offense.
Yeah. I was about to say that. That's what I was noticing too. Unless you want to pay like the 50% upcharge, which I might buy that, and instead of buying 20,000, I'll buy 10,000 clicks for about the same price and see what happens there.
So it's when you start really thinking about the pros and cons, and that's why I've told folks, MLM leads is solid, but again, the price point starts choking people out. So it's like, instead of telling people $47 for 40 clicks, even though they're top tier, I'm going to go back to my old solo checker and for those sellers are still selling, and just start telling people, what solo checker for $30 every single week, you can get 100 clicks. I mean, so
here's the flip side of that too, though. MLM leads, you don't have to write your solo. Do you have to write your own ad for solo checker?
The other place. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Again, it is this pros and cons. So it's like,
if you can't write an ad, those extra clicks may not mean dick. If you can't communicate and get
so the thing I think I'll do, especially for the folks on here, if number one, I did a hangout like a long ass time ago on writing a solo ad.
I got that downloaded.
Some people think when you join a new program, well, when you go to YouTube, you type in traffic 101, so it's just traffic, and then the number 101. I have a hour-long hangout. It was an old-ass hangout, but the idea was to write a personal solo ad, because some people think, oh, I joined a new business, I need new solo ads. No, I teach people how to write a universal solo ad branding yourself, so you can just swap out whatever the business is. So it doesn't matter what the business is. Also, if you watch that hangout and you have a solo ad, make sure you send it to me. And I'm a probably release this to the group, since you guys actually suffer through my lateness and everything. Obviously, you guys will, if you guys write a solo ad, send it to me and I'll tweak it. And, when I send it back to you, that should be solid to run on solo. And I would always suggest promoting something that's, I don't know if anyone here is still in P3, but P3 is it can be a little expensive. It's $250, $500, or $1,000 plus the admin fee. I like Easy One Up, but the Easy One Up system for Easy One Up kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, you get one or two rinky-dink capture pages. I like the Vertex lead system for Easy One Up. Has a lot more flexibility and things like that. They're both the one-off prices. If I was starting out, I'd probably recommend folks there. The Vertex lead system is $97 one-time charge, and then whatever level you pick, an Easy One Up. One thing I would always suggest is, if you can afford $200 the one time, 100 for Easy One Up, and then 100 for the Vertex lead system, and just slam the shit out of solo checker every single week, just solo checker, $17, 50 clicks, $17, 50 clicks. I would suggest doing that. Or if you are in P3, which I think, Holly, you are, I'm not quite sure. Or if you are, use the basic system in P3. No extra autoresponders, no share codes for Power Lead system. Just the copy and paste. You log in a back office, you click on capture pages, and you promote the hell out of that capture page. And every single week, do the 17, 17, 17 at solo checker. Because that's the only way you can get away from the rev share. Because, I'm not going to lie. I'm tempted, and I like that steady, predictable money. And even if you don't make a sale, you get the rev share money coming in, and you just use that for traffic. And it's just like, it's a machine. You just keep people coming in. People join, you don't care. People don't join, you don't care. You got traffic coming in. But if you're really trying to wean yourself off that rev share nipple, which I am too. I love the rev share nipple. I'll suck on that thing all day long. Don't tell nobody I said that shit.
Hey, as long as it's working, go for it, man.
Right. But the folks who really are getting tired of that whole gauntlet, and I'm tired of running people through that gauntlet. That's why I'm not like as I was, that's why I don't like I shouldn't say that. That's why I don't care for the people in, you know, the other traffic hurricane, the world's premiere. You know, it's just like you're running your people through the same gauntlet. Look at Simon Stepsis and Bet Robot. Now I'm getting off on my little rant here. He put so many people in Bet Robot knowing that it's not a permanent thing. Why put people in something you know that's not long-term? You know, and I can't do that to people because I feel too responsible.
Well, that's the difference in your morals and your personal beliefs and how you're running your business, dude. You're a more upstanding marketer than some of these guys. You know, you see these guys jumping from system to system every 2 or 3 months and just dragging everybody with them, and they don't give a crap.
They're just kind of lost in a sauce, and that was my thing with you know, I like Simon as a marketer, but come on, Bet Robot, really? And now, you know, apparently they're doing like copy and paste messages that aren't even, I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, are you in P3, Dominic?
Yeah, I signed up under Renee.
Okay. The 250 level?
500.
500. Okay, so.
To me, that made more sense, and you know, I had not spent my Christmas bonus, so that was part of my Christmas.
Okay.
Merry Christmas to me.
I get you. I don't know, Scott, Mr. What's that, koala bear face?
He's being quiet.
I see you. But if you're in P3, it's like, look, and I think Holly, Holly, you said you were. Let me see these messages down here. See, that's a good thing about it when, you know, nobody shows up to these things. We can talk more in depth about different things. P3, yes. Basic is good. I'm crap at follow-up. Leads start flowing in and I panic. With leads, as long as you tell them what you're doing, okay? Like, for example, throw out Dominic. And I'm going to do $17 a week solo checker. I'm going to say, look, if I'm Dominic, this is what I do. I take my copy and paste rinky-dink P3 system. I'd watch that Traffic 101 hangout that Rob Frazier did, if I can stand it, if I can last an hour of listening to this clown. I'd write up a rinky-dink solo ad. I'd send it to the Rob Frazier guy. I'd let him tweak it. I'd let him email me back. And what I would do is every Friday, or if you get paid every 2 weeks or whatever, take $17 and just say, you know what, every single Friday or every single Monday or every single whatever, once a week I'm going to buy that $17 for 50 clicks from Solo Checker. And I'm going to just work that. And as the leads come in, every time I get a lead, I'm going to have a copy and paste email. And so what you do is you write up a little email. Hey, you know, I'm me. I work this job. I work this business online. You know, this is what I've been doing for the past couple of months. This is why I want to, you know, build a business online. This system I have, you know, talk about your business, which is P3. Don't talk about it, but just say, this is the business I have, P3 link. And this place right here is where I go to get traffic. So what happens is this works for me as I'm working my job. And if you want to see proof that this works, look at this email. The reason you're getting this email is because of my online system working for me. So if you're interested, and we can, you know, I'll give like a little review, or, you know, you just send your email to me, and, you know, I'll doctor it up with a little marketing type stuff, and then you can put it in your own words. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so that email, every time you get leads, just send a personal email one by one to your leads in the beginning, and do that every single, you know, once you send that email, just every 2 weeks, send out that same email. Don't change it, just the same exact email, and just keep doing that until you get a steady supply of people coming in. Because believe it or not, over time, once you get a critical amount of leads and you're contacting them on a regular basis, sooner or later, they're going to start warming up to you. It just takes a while in the beginning because it's something new. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you're just another spammer.
Does that sound like right? But you know, the more people you get, you know, how much people who thinks it's spam, and then you have one or two who's like, all right, let me give this shit a shot. And you know, those are the folks you're after. You know, I had 54,000 people on my email list, and you know, maybe like 10%, 10, 12% join. So let's just say 50,000 times 12%, that's 6,000 people who join, you know, various things over time. So, but, you know, let me say 50,000 divided by 6,000. So that's 8.333. So the point is, it takes a lot of people and then finding that percentage of people who actually join, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that puts it into perspective for anybody.
Oh, yeah. I just went and canceled my AWeber account, so my list went, and so it's like they were too ice cold, and I'm starting from scratch. You know, just clean slate.
How many people have on your AWeber?
I think a Mac at the highest amount was about 1,700 thereabouts.
It's getting up there, yeah.
Yeah, but everything was so scattered and just all over the place.
Yeah.
From all different trying all different things from various amounts of people, and it's like nothing's converted. Screw it. I don't know where it's all at. Wipe the slate clean. You know, I got 2,200 old leads in Power Lead system. I just threw them all into one lump sum.
Right.
You know, and there's my old leads file, and we're starting anew. You know, let's just start with new people. So I got maybe 150 people now on between Viral Team Builder and some of the other stuff I've been running. Just a couple of funnels.
Yeah. Also with the Viral Team Builder, you can run that cheapo traffic through as well and clog up their autoresponder with the cheap traffic. And also program your P3 link in your I
got to go back and redo all of that since he went and took away all the – because I just run my first couple things for the ads team on that, and those guys I was popping referrals like nothing. Nobody's taking any action, but you know they were hitting on that big time, and now it's like, oh crap. You got to re-energize, you know, re-switch everything. They don't have anything. Any of the capture pages are not tweaked to specific programs anymore. It's all just generic now. So it's sort of like.
You withdraw from the ads team?
I have once the $10. So like I said, I'm about $10 a day I can withdraw right now. Once traffic. What? Go ahead.
What about Future Ad Pro?
I'm still building that. When Traffic Monsoon took a shit, I went and I had all my eggs in one basket. You know, so when I started reorganizing stuff, I wanted 3 rev shares. You know, so I did the MPA. That was my big one. Then I went to another one, my 24, and the guy turned out to be a douchebag that ran it and didn't know how to run the shit. And that one I was just hitting about $40 a day. MPA is taking a dump. What do I have? Now have TAT and Future Ad Pro. And what I did is on the 3, I just put in $300 and let it ride. $200.
I got you.
Between 200 here, 200 here, 200 here. And I was going to start leveraging them, you know, let's build up the one. Then we're going to, once it's getting about $10 and I can get like an ad pack a day, boom, back and forth, you know, smart way to run the shit. And then you run the 2 against 1 method. You know, I had a strategy to build that shit up and, hey, let's toss the hand grenade in there and see where shit lands.
Yeah, it happens. So one thing I would suggest maybe, even in your case, if you could, you know, just use that TAT money for that solo checker.
Yeah, Well, that's what I'm going to start doing, either for Solo Checker or like running them BTC ads.
Yeah. Because I'll do that too. I'll withdraw with FutureNet. It'll allow you to withdraw through Bitcoin. And then it's just like an easy connection there. Withdraw through Bitcoin, buy those cheapo clicks, and just keep that loop going. What happened with me when Traffic Monsoon was good was PayPal. Traffic Monsoon, instant withdrawal to PayPal. PayPal, Solo Checker took PayPal. Udemy took PayPal. A lot of the solo ad vendors took. So it was like such an easy connection. And I was like, $10 a week, $50 a week, $50 a day, $100 a day. And that's what blew it up. And so it was that daily buying traffic. And once I get to a point towards buying traffic daily, that's when shit really sped up. And so I'm thinking with FutureNet, if you're in FutureNet, you could do the same thing with the cheapo clicks, withdraw FutureNet money through Bitcoin to BTC clicks, promote.
See, and there I only have 8 ad packs running because you're back to the $50 per pack deal.
Right.
So that's why I was going to work the 2 to build that up, because like I said, I have a hard time building up the referrals and getting the referral commissions. Traffic Monsoon, on my own, I built it up before PayPal happened. About $150, $175 I could have been pulling out a week.
Right.
Then I built it back up to about another $150 a week. So if everything had gone smooth without the whole debacle, I would have been, when PayPal would have released, it would have been $250 a week to cover everything, $1,000 a month.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Yeah.
On my own, no referrals.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah, and over time.
All my eggs in one basket, though.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's a loop. You just gotta. I'm also waiting for Holly to answer this question here. She says she's promoting TAT and FAP using BTC clicks, and I just asked how she's doing that. The old Viral Team Builder was good for that. With Future Ad Pro, I don't know, they keep changing shit, but with FutureNet, if you can use the FutureNet marketing system, or with the ads team, I guess you can use the ads team. Promote that shit on the BTC clicks as well. I don't know what kind of response you'll get. I got a real good response with the Viral Team Builder, the ads team ad. That funnel. I got a real
and that's what I was running before he just said no more rev shares. I'm done with this. And
it changed the whole thing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, well, now you got to come up with your own shit, and I don't need Viral Team Builder to do that. I got 2 other marketing platforms sitting behind me.
Yeah.
I can do the same thing on her. Screw that. Where's the Life of Independence funnel? There's my TAT link,
Want to start with BTC, used to have MPA, so was going to Viral Team Builder. All right. It's kind of a little bit of a mess. If one thing I would do, I'm actually going to run this in the background myself. I'm actually going to, the same thing I shared, I'm going to work for the next couple of weeks. I won't talk about it, but this is something I'm going to work I'm going to do that same thing I said, take $17, take 30 some odd bucks. Every single week I'm going to buy a solo ad and I'm going to promote just that basic P3 funnel.
And see what happens.
See what kind of response I get, see what kind of results I get. It's only 17, it's only $30. And from that, if I get something solid, something that's like, I feel that people can do, I'll of course I'm going to just let folks know. But above everything else, the rev shares, even the new Bitcoin deals, that's something I would do, because those programs, the member-to-member direct pay programs, as long as you work them, and you have leads coming in, the program works. For some, it's not going to get shut down because it's not a rev share. It's really just the website, the guy who founded Easy One Up. It's really just a website. It's not a company. It's not an LLC. I mean, it's just a website that people duplicate. You pay the admin, you pay the member. No third-party merchant accounts. Nobody's reporting 1099s, which is kind of risque, but it's a lot less risque than the rev shares, because the rev share, all it takes is someone complaining to the SEC. They come in, they have a company, it's just different. So I would suggest doing that. I don't know, Scott, if you're in anything, but what I'm doing, I got Easy One Up, my Vertex lead system running. I got P3 running. And then, of course, I got the Complete Freedom system and a couple other systems running as well. But that's, I tell folks, because I worked my way up to get to that point. If you're not there, just stick with one or two of the basic shits and work the hell out of that. And if you have extra money to spend, you should be spending it on some more clicks, which is really what it is. So, all right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate folks coming on. Let's see, what do you suggest? I will do and give you my feedback. Link to TAT, PLS, Lead Lightning, Traffic Wave. Okay, I'll just read a couple different comments there. I think I already answered your question, Holly. I'm not sure. And Scott said leaning to TAT, PLS, Lead Lightning, Traffic Wave. Well, PLS and Lead Lightning is the same thing. Traffic Wave doesn't necessarily work with PLS. I mean, this is like some more shit I think about. Traffic Wave doesn't work with PLS. I wish they would, but they don't. But Traffic Wave works well with that Easy One Up Vertex lead system. And so what I do is I promote that Easy One Up system, get leads on my Traffic Wave system, and then when they're on my Traffic Wave email autoresponder, I'll email them about other shit, basically.
Yeah.
And the only idea is really just getting people on my Traffic Wave autoresponder. So I was trying to do too much, so going to simplify, as you say, yes, just pick one thing. If you got to work one thing, just work that shit. Don't care what anyone else is doing. Just work that same boring shit, because I'm still working in the background too. I mean, P3 and Easy One Up payments have saved my ass more than rev shares, and even when my paying ads took a dump that week, P3 commissions came in and just kept me afloat. So don't quit, don't stop promoting them. Just, even if you're sending like cheapo traffic to them every once in a while, just keep them in rotation. Do not ever give up, because believe it, one of these days, one of those random commissions will come in and they'll save your life. That'll pump you back up. You'll be so pissed off, and then you get like 250 sale from left field that you weren't expecting. So shit like that does happen. So don't ever give up on them. I need landing page creators. With Traffic Wave, that's why I like connecting that Vertex lead system, because Traffic Wave copy and paste capture pages kind of suck ass. They look like they're made in the 1960s, even though the guy who created Traffic Wave is a marketer. Landing Page Monkey, you got to use a little bit of skills, but I use Landing Page Monkey. Sounds silly, but they connect with Traffic Wave. And then once I found out that Vertex lead system connected with Traffic Wave, I was just like, shit, that's perfect connection for me.
And for $100, that's sort of a no-brainer if you got $100 extra bucks lying around.
Yeah, but no. So it depends on if folks have that $100 extra bucks lying around, and they want to choose to use it on that.
I'd rather have more tools in the tool shed to use, because you can always find the cheap freebie traffic and go spam some freaking Facebook groups for a month if you have to. So
Also, I see Holly said I have landing page monkey. I'll put out a couple of videos on how to work that shit with Traffic Wave. But yeah, with Traffic Wave, however, some more pros and cons. Double opt-in. So if you don't like that double opt-in, I mean, I like it because when people opt in, there's just a video of me. Of course, I have a story, and I tell them either check your email or not. But some people, Yeah.
I just gotta quit being lazy and make the damn video personally.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what to do. You don't need me sitting here. So,
I've just been lazy the past few months on my videos.
Do a landing page monkey video. That's what I was talking about there, Scott.
Yeah.
I had to get used to double opt-in. The only thing with the double opt-in is when they opt in, I just say, hey, I'm me. This is my system. I used it to do blah, blah, blah. Go check your email. And that's it. No links, no nothing. The problem is people put links to the business, or they say the business, or links, they talk about the business on the capture page. Don't do that. The whole idea, capture page, you just want to collect the email. If you're using a double opt-in, you just want people to go check the email. That's what I do. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to try to do these things more often once I can figure out how to work Zoom. But if you got, hopefully you got a semi-plan, especially looking at you there, Dominic. Yeah.
Oh, I got a plan. It's just, it just comes back to this. It's a forced means of having to learn patience. You get I want to do it now. Damn it. I got to pay my rent first.
Yeah, of course.
I've been homeless. I'm not losing my damn roof again.
Yeah.
My business can be shoved to the back burner for another month if I have to. I have you have the job, the roof stays.
Yeah.
What's the priority?
Yeah. I have a plan too. All right. I sometimes put response required in title. Yeah. Anything you can do to get people responding to you. But so you work the P3 shit. Solo checker. If you look on Solo Checker, make sure you send a message to the seller that you're looking at. Send them a message first. Say, hey, are you still selling solo ads here? And then if they are, cheapest clicks around 30 cents up to 47 cents was the highest that I've seen. Like I said, $30 will get you 100 clicks. 1,000 clicks, $350. For the most part, I've seen over there. You can't beat that. So especially with compared to MLM leads or traffic for me or any of those other places that are 55, 60 cents a click. Ari Maccabee was selling clicks. He's still selling clicks, 60 cents a click. Udemy solo ads. I've tried buying from people over there. If you're buying Udemy solo ads, Malik Trotman, Desmond Smith, Dana Solo, her name's Dana LeBlue, but it's Dana Solo on Udemy. They're all 50 cents a click. I bought some of the other guys. They're so hit and miss. Some of those guys are slow, like really slow. You buy a solo ad, take like 5 days to get 50 clicks. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. So head over to Solo Checker, send out messages first, ask those folks. Come up with your swipe, email it to me on Facebook or somewhere. I'll look it over, edit it, send it back to you, and we'll just keep moving forward. So, being said, appreciate you folks. I'm going to get off here, get something to eat, and I'll see you in the next one. Probably Tuesday. Tuesday I'll have another one, so keep looking out.
All right, brother. Have a good weekend, man.